We've taken 6 ordinary people with a passion for animals on the adventure of a lifetime into the world of wildlife filmmaking. 28-year-old Maya is from India.
I'm not going to forget this moment forever.
23-year-old Julia is from Denmark.
It was so amazing. It was the most incredible thing I've ever done.
47-year-old Brian is from the UK.
And it was really a magical moment, and that's what we really after.
31-year-old Jim Pin is from Singapore.
I love the elephants. I'm just trying to hold my emotions in and chill.
Carla is a 29-year-old from Mexico.
I'm happy because I've never done this before, so...
And Aaron is a 20-year-old from Australia.
We're learning lots and really fast too. It's a bit of a crash course, but it's excellent.
Animal Planet's Lyndal Davies has been teaching them all they need to know about the animals.
The males will always eat first and the female will go last, so you may have a female sitting off waiting till the males are fed. Get that cutaway.
I'm Andrew Barron, the director of Unearthed, and I've been teaching them all things technical.
Single camera shooting, I think, is probably the most rewarding thing you can ever do.
For the past 3 weeks, my professional crew has been with them every step of the way.
Then we got our crescendo there at the end.
But now, the training is over, and our students are on their own. They must script, shoot and edit a film that will impress a panel of judges and crown one of them the Unearthed Filmmaker of the Year.
To win Unearthed, the students have got to prove that they've learnt everything that we've been teaching them. And to do that, we're sending them out on their own without any help from me or the professional crew. It's time to see what they're made of.
Their final challenge is to turn a story idea into a 3-minute film, good enough to be shown around the world.
I think I have to go for elephants, but it's just really hard to find an angle.
They won't be getting any help from our expert crew. They'll have to shoot it, script it and edit it all by themselves. But are they ready?
I think the editing is the main one. I know what I want and I know it can be done, but how to do it is where my biggest problem is.
I'm not saying that this is the hard time. No, I won't call it the hard time. This is the exciting time.
Our students are saying goodbye to the comforts of the production centre and hello to one of the most remote lodges on the reserve. The perfect place to be at one with nature.
It's 20 miles from civilization, and it's right in the middle of the predator zone. There are no boundaries here. It's the ultimate wildlife filmmaking location.
There's no fencing out here. I've heard that wildlife comes here very close. There are lions that come close. It's going to be a brand new story. Which is mine?
Do you feel a bit cut off, Julia?
In a way, yeah, but the feeling of isolation is nice because now it's come to the final film and our film's our own responsibility. There's nobody else. You're not arranging the day's shoot for us.
We have been trained for that by the crew, by everyone out here, and I know we have to give it our best. And I promise that I won't let anybody down.
There's a lot of weight on our shoulders, but I think the challenge will be nice and we'll all pull through.
Down to serious business. They've each been given just 7 days to produce a final film to present to the world's press.
Only the best film will be broadcast around the world. For the winner, it's the chance of a lifetime. But their choice of animal and how they tell the story will be crucial to their success or failure.
But first, they have to get their ideas past Lyndal and I. In the real world, filmmakers have to pitch their ideas to a broadcaster and convince them that the film is worth making. For our students, this is as real as it gets.
My idea centres on the Born Free Reserve here at Shamwari, and my central character is Glyn, who is the wildlife care manager there.
The Born Free Rescue Centre is run by Glenn Wiener, here in the grounds of Shamwari. It was set up to rescue neglected big cats from zoos around the world.
How you doing?
Aki the lioness came from a private zoo in Liberia. There she was fed porridge instead of meat.
You're a good girl.
Her development is stunted and she needs constant care. During her training, Julia fulfilled a lifetime's ambition to get close to wild lions.
That was just incredible. And you go through all sorts of emotions as you're watching it, and you're really excited, and you're trying to film it properly at the same time.
If her love of lions comes through in her film, she's onto a winner. But it's not going to be easy.
You're relying an awful lot on Glenn, and if he doesn't deliver, you might have to find another way to make the viewer care about what are basically two anonymous lions in cages. So you've really got to bring those animals' characters to life.
Okay.
So put a lot into your research.
I think you could bring so much to the Born Free story. I mean, I really do.
So lions it is.
Okay.
Next up, Carla.
This is it. This is what I've been waiting for, like, for 8-10 years, so I hope that they like my ideas. It's about poaching, focusing on black and white rhino, and the anti-poaching unit team.
It's a theme the students know only too well. Wildlife filming goes hand in hand with conservation. During their training, we took the students on an anti-poaching exercise. Thinking it was real, Carla was moved to tears by the plight of the rhino. Now she wants to do more.
So this is something that you're passionate about, is it?
Completely, yeah. I think passion's a good thing. I think you've got only a limited amount of days to actually do it. So you have to be passionate about it and believe in what you're doing.
I think that's going to be a lovely idea. I look forward to seeing it.
Okay.
Carla is through too. The pressure on the others is mounting.
We're all a bit on edge today, but hopefully we'll pull through. I mean, Julia didn't come back in tears, so that's always a good thing. She's all happy. It looks like she enjoyed it.
That was so good. You can't say too much. I think you're on crying episode number 5 now. Actually, it's number 4.
Picture this, a visual experience through the Zulu beliefs of the black wildebeest, as they are believed to be one of Africa's most sacred animals. And we come into this poem. You are the hidden one in the long grass. You are the ugly, yet you are beautiful. You are strong, yet you are weak. And it comes up with this picture of rolling clouds and then the wildebeest are running across the plains.
The wildebeest isn't an easy animal to film. It's one of the favourite prey of lions, and that makes it extremely nervous. When the students filmed a wildebeest capture, they saw just how flighty these animals are. The wildebeest isn't Africa's most high-profile animal, but to the Zulu culture in South Africa, this is a mythical creature with healing powers.
I think it's a nice idea. I think wildebeest.
I like it.
Everybody sees wildebeest in wildlife shows, and they're always lion food.
Yep.
And I think you're actually featuring a wildebeest, and you're making it part of your character. I think it's very unusual.
Here's the challenge.
Okay.
Put the book away. You come up with the words for the beginning and for the end.
Okay.
Brian isn't happy about his project.
I'm quite concerned about it.
He's keen to film Sindili, a leopard fitted with a radio transmitter for research purposes. Our students used the tracking device during training, but it took all day to find a cheetah, and even then, they could hardly see it.
I thought that having a tracking device would be relatively easy to spot the cheetahs, knowing that the leopard would be the same thing.
I'm concerned about whether I'll be able to put over the idea, whether I can actually
portray what I want to say without fumbling everything and getting it all wrong. I just hope I don't fold the pieces in there. This is one of the most secretive animals in the world, and yet here it is coming out to a Land Rover.
Is there a bigger picture?
Luckily, she's actually breeding now with a male leopard.
Which is amazing in itself.
Which is amazing.
With a wild leopard.
Completely wild.
Yeah. It's a pretty incredible story.
It's a lovely story. That's what I want to see, is the bigger picture slightly, not just here's one animal. I'd want to know what that animal means for leopards. Just take it that one step more, but I think it's a fantastic idea.
Brian held his nerve and got through. Let's hope he can overcome his other concerns and make this story work.
Got me leopard.
Did you?
You got your leopard. Did you have to convince them much, or did they just go for it straight away?
I've got to do a bit more work on the actual hard facts a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I got me leopard.
Maya has been the most ambitious of the students. From the beginning, he wanted to change the world.
This message goes across to everyone sitting out there and watching TV, that yes, you are the one who are going to make a difference. If you're not going to do it right now, you're going to lose it, and it's now or never. My idea is to make a documentary on a journey of a child. He will be representing mankind, and as he walks on the surface of the earth, he realizes that all these creatures around here are dependent on each other.
Maya's interested in the big picture, the whole African ecosystem. In nature, everything is connected and every animal plays a role. The loss of just one species can affect this delicate balance.
Have you decided which animals you're going to feature and how they affect each other? So have you already pinpointed which animals?
Can I have a look at my notes, please?
Go ahead.
Thank you. Elephants are very easy to film. At the very same time, I'll have to look out for some dung beetles. How the relationship
Can I
between...
just say one thing?
Yes.
Dung beetles, not this time of year. Can it? They're not around. Wrong time of year.
Okay.
Okay, get something else.
It's a lovely, ambitious project, but my big worry is that it's just going to use lots of shots of animals that you've been taking for the last 2 weeks, put together with some quite self-righteous script about how we should save these animals. And what I'd like to see is just a little bit more scientific connection. Good luck.
Last up, Jin Pin.
Good luck, Jin Pin. You'll be right.
With God, my friend.
They used to cages.
She's been struggling to come up with an idea.
In the Great Plains of Africa, peace prevails amongst the herbivores. Like unique incidences whereby, like the hippo rescuing an impala from the jaws of a crocodile, for example.
That's really interesting. Do you think you could actually be able to capture that, though? Have you done research into how often that happens? Because I would want to see that. I'm hooked. Now you've said that, but I want to see that. What are the chances of you actually filming that in the 4 days that you have?
Yeah. So I'll probably have to...
They're good ideas, they just need... They need a strong thread, don't they?
Yeah, they need that reason to watch. They need to hook that audience. When the judges look at it, you need them to say, wow, I've learned something here.
Back to the drawing board for Jin Pin. She's the only student to have her idea rejected. If she can't think of another story, she'll be out of the competition.
Sean, what did Jin Pin?
I'm sure you'll get there.
Coming up, will all their training pay off?
And now I'm crying about it, which is even worse, so I should just go back tomorrow and do it right.
With less than a week to the gala screening, every second counts. This morning, for the first time, the students are on their own. All except for Jin Pin. She still hasn't thought of an idea.
Would you like to show what your theme is going to be, do you think?
I have no idea at the moment.
Carla has started work on her rhino conservation film. The head of Shamwari's anti-poaching unit, Anthony, is showing her how to track rhinos on foot. It's dangerous, but it's paying off. A sleeping rhino. It's a great shot, but they need to be careful.
As long as he doesn't smell us, we should be okay.
Rhinos are extremely short-sighted and rely on smell to warn them if a threat is nearby.
Stand still, stand still. Just wait, don't move her. Just wait.
That's 2 tons of grumpy rhino, and if he charges, they're in trouble.
It was pretty exciting. You can listen to my breathing because I was very nervous. I think I was very lucky today. Very lucky, yeah.
Over at the Born Free Rescue Centre, Julia isn't having much luck filming captive animals.
All this fencing is proving an absolute nightmare for Julia. She's trying to get clean shots of the lions, but all she's getting is the actual mesh in front of her lens. If she goes a little bit higher, she might get a better shot. Let's see if she's going to work that out.
Yeah, there are a lot of fences because if I zoom in too much, I have to be careful not to move the camera at all because then you get a big chunk of heavy fence through it. It's a much nicer shot if we can cut through the fence, see it in wide, and then cut into a close where you can't see the fence at all, because that's when you really notice the magnificence of the animal. It's got to pull at anybody's heartstrings to see that a wild animal like this because she wasn't fed properly. It's just sad because in this case it was out of ignorance, not out of malice or neglect. So it's just really sad, but it's nice to see them. Sorry.
It is tragic that lions have ended up like this. But if Julia's compassion comes through in her film, she'll be helping to change attitudes.
Maya is facing a very different challenge. Ranger Julius has brought along his son, Latemba, and Maya wants him to represent mankind in his ambitious film.
It's very difficult for him to stay in one place. He's very naughty, he's very notorious, and of course he's seeing my camera for the first time, so he's very, very curious to look at my camera. But I have to be careful because the camera is a toy for him, but it's my small baby.
Keeping Latemba sweet seems to be working, and Maya gets his shot.
Maya is having more luck with children than Aaron is with animals. He's finding out just how shy wildebeest are.
I don't like wildebeest anymore. They're so hard to film. I thought I'd be able to get sort of close, but they don't let you get close at all. They sort of see you and then go, "I'm running!" And then they run away with their tails swishing and showing off being idiots. Ah! The only one that I've been able to get close to is that one over there, which is some stupid wildebeest that thinks it's a blessed box. He's the only one that's been nice to me so far, but it's so frustrating.
It's going to take more than shots of a single wildebeest with an identity crisis to get this film made.
Now they're on their own, all our students are starting to realise wildlife filmmaking takes a lot of patience. But sometimes it's down to luck.
We've got a full film of the leopard. Absolutely full film.
That's awesome.
She's fantastic. She really is. I've got to show you the footage. It's just amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Oh wow, look at her. Oh.
She's been in the mountains with her wild mate for weeks. But this morning, Sindila the leopard decided to check in on her human friends. And Brian got a welcome to remember.
That's what I wanted to show you.
Ah, no way, that's incredible.
You watch that.
Where's my ball of yarn?
Wow. I've had a fantastic day. A really, really fantastic day.
Awesome.
Brian's done really well to get that shot, but I don't think everyone's feeling the same way.
What's wrong?
Sorry, you need a tissue.
Definitely it feels...
Julia has messed up a crucial interview. He's way too far to the left and is looking at the ceiling.
Many of them out there that needs to be rescued.
Of course I'm disappointed myself. I think a 2-year-old could spot that. It's just so ugly. It was a long day. And it's the first time I've been on my own, and so I did feel pressure without you guys there because everything was happening under my direction. I'm just really tired as well.
I mean, do you think you're under too much pressure now?
No. It'll be fine. I just need to get a good night's sleep and go in with a clear head tomorrow and ask him if we can redo some things because some of the stuff we did didn't work out for one reason or another.
I have to say that was the worst interview composition I've ever seen in my entire career. Poor Julia, but at least she spotted it in time and she's got the chance to go out there and fix it.
Next time on Unearthed, will they finish their films in time for the gala dinner?
It's still unreal to me.
There can be only one winner. Who has got what it takes?
It gives me great pleasure to announce the Unearthed winner as the film